Hey guys, Lori here with a voice in the dark. Well, I just got done channeling the Green Men and Gaia and Talos. It's a message for the humans, and um, it has to do with the frequency changing and of the Earth, and she would like our help. Um, they almost all three had the same message, very similar. The Green Men are asking for the humans to help at least once a day or twice a day if they could, and I was thinking maybe at sunrise and sunset, if we could give 5 minutes or 10 minutes to just pure love and light. It would help their frequency rise up and help hold it for them. This is a real auspicious and wonderful time for the Earth because she gets to change her frequency and rise up to the fifth dimension with the humans, with the rest of us. So this is a really cool time it's the first time a planet has ever done it as a consciousness. And if you've spent any time with Mother Earth, you know that there's a consciousness there with the animals and the plants. I mean, science has more than proven it over the years. And I've proven it to myself, and I'm sure many of you have, talking to your plants or, the animals and whatnot. Anyway, so this is what they're asking for, if you wouldn't mind, for the next several weeks, if you could. And that's the Green Men. And then Gaia, nutrients and stuff. She is just simply asking if we could stop using so many chemicals and start really, really putting an emphasis on leaving dead wood out and letting, I had suggested sawdust to go in our fields at the end of the year after we harvest. Sawdust spreading that over the fields would help put nutrients back in the ground that has been just washed away and ruined from all the chemicals we use. So if we could do something like that and try to encourage farmers, that would be good. Or if we could do it for our own lawns and all that, if we could just show an attempt of love and to work with Mother Nature now to help her get back in balance the way she wants to be. It'll save a lot of upheaval that would need to be done to get her back in good order. And then, leaving the leaves, that's a good thing, obviously. And then she needs a lot of potassium, calcium, and magnesium too, especially in the woods. So whatever you can do to help. I get my calcium, I get everything from Amazon, but calcium, they use that for tomatoes. Well, they need it in the woods too. And magnesium, I just get the Epsom salts. And then potassium, I just throw out banana peels and stuff. So whatever you can do to help, that would be great. And anywhere you can help. And communicate it to others if you would. And let's see. And then the Earth just says much love to each and every one of you humans. And then Talos, his message is about the same too, on the frequency. To help the Earth get into 5D as well as ourselves. If we could spend more time with joy and laughter and love and appreciation and gratitude, and if we could spend 2 15-minute periods, I figured we could kind of use this the same as we were doing for Gaia and the Green Men. But Talos is saying 15 minutes twice a day, which I think is reasonable too, and it's better. To raise our frequencies, to sit in quiet meditation so that we allow Source to feel and extend our love and our light outward towards the stars and out and envelop the earth itself. Their light can meet ours and then help as well. So this is just a real big time, and the more of us that actually involve ourselves, the better it is for the planet and all of us. So that is the big message I'm getting right now for the next several weeks, and then it becomes really a habit. So you might as well keep on doing it because it does good for the earth and all people and the animals. Well, it's part of the earth. Sorry, I'm just a little. This was it's going to help amplify the energies and for us to hold it. And, okay, this was real important. The energies, if you've noticed the last few months, the energies that have been hitting the earth have been ramping up emotions in us. Anything negative, guilt, shame, anger, judgmental, and stuff like that is pulling it up from inside of us so that we can see it, recognize it, acknowledge it, and let it go. So that we can purge all these negative things that we carry from, past lives and from this lifetime, and fears and all that. So it's helping, but they are ramping up these energies for the next several weeks, and it's going to be even more profoundly noticeable. And they're digging deep now. It's going deep into our spirit, deep into our physical being, because we hold a lot of those energies in our physical being, those bad emotions. They cause blockages, and it causes physical ill health as well. So they need to purge this out of us so that we can go ahead and ascend to 5D, which is, it's just a higher frequency, but it requires less density. And all negative thoughts and emotions are heavier density emotions. So we need to purge those out of our systems, and then we can then practice more joy, playing, laughter, love, happiness, and stay away from the TV, stay away from anything that gives you all that negativity, and go outside in nature, touch a tree if you need to, cleanse your aura field. And these negative energies that are on the earth, that are traveling around and roaming around, looking for people with really negative mindsets and stuff, and that, because it's like the old adage that the devil's making you do it. It's kind of like that. I mean, it's because these energies, that's what their job is to look for whatever your energy is that you're throwing off from the inside out, and giving it to you, and encouraging you, the negative, because they like the negative. But the thing is that if you change it to positive, this energy has no choice but to also give you the positive. So learn to purge. Don't ignore your negative emotions. Feel it, understand it, acknowledge it, understand where it came from. Ask your angels to help. They'll help. And sometimes it'll show up like a movie screen on your third eye area between your eyebrows. But really work at it to release it, because now's the time that we're purging all the negative energies so that we can release them and we can move on to 5D. There is no room for that kind of energy in 5D. And the reason these energies are fighting even harder to keep you down and keep you negative is because they can't go there either if they're negative. They're lower energies. So I'm telling you, if you're really depressed or whatever, get a doctor. But also know that a lot of what you're hearing and the feedback you're getting in your own head, and you get on that hamster wheel of, memories that are negative and blah, 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 that is not you. And you control your mind. So you stop it and you tell the energies or the devil or however you want to explain it, you tell it, no, that's not my energy. Go out and touch a tree, release, because a tree will take your whole field of energy and cleanse it, and take the negative and it will put it into the earth, and it'll be grounded into something positive for the earth. That's what trees are, that's one of their biggest things to help us with. Now, they wanted you to know about these energies and that you should shower twice a day now to get them off of you, off of your auric field, and use salt and put salt in front of your doorways. And it's real, it sounds all, kind of, ooh, but it's real. And you really need to understand that the earth and her energy, her consciousness is working with us, and God is, the universe is. I mean, we've got half the universe here watching what happens with us here when we do this, because it's never been done in the universe before, where an entire planet and its people get to ascend at the same time to a higher dimension. So this is real big, and we're all part of it. So let's help Earth and help ourselves and help each other and get busy. Sorry, I've got some kind of inflamed sinuses and they keep draining like crazy. Let's see what else. And then, like they said, spend 15 minutes a day, twice a day, asking the angels for help, getting rid of your negative thinking and feelings, and then we realize that there's a lot of people that do not even understand what's going on right now. We know that you're seeing everything you see on the TV and the news around the world. These are the last of the negative, deep negative rooted negative feelings being reactionary in the world. We're connected to all of it. So it's like we're one big consciousness with individual cells that are unique and different. But we're all responsible in our own way for what's going on in the earth right now. And this is multiple lifetimes. So don't take it real personal and don't get shitty about it. Look at yourself, find whatever your negative judgments are or attitudes, and see where they're at, see where they come from, and see if they're really yours, and then see if they are valid. 90% of the time, they're not even valid. So take a good look at yourself in the mirror. This is what this purging is all about. It's about each individual purging their own stuff out so that we can grow and see what we can become. Jesus said, "You are my brothers and sisters. There is no difference. And you can do everything I can do and more." The more is what got me going. So I went down the rabbit hole, and it's big, and it's wondrous, and it's scary, and it's cool, and there's all kinds of things that we're going to be able to do, and it makes Harry Potter look like a Saturday cartoon almost. So let's get with it. Clear this stuff up. Let's get all of us going at the same time. And even if you can't wrap your head around most of this, that's okay. But you can wrap your head around your heart. So wrap your head around your heart. Find a way to do some kind of act of kindness every day, because it's your heart that needs to grow. And as you grow your heart, the other stuff will fall away. Just so you know that these emotions are going to come up, so you need to be able to be aware of that. And then you can deal with it. And then the sleepy time is going to get worse. I know because I've been taking naps every day. Sometimes I end up taking 2 and 3 hour naps, 4 hours one day, but I don't sleep much at night. I only sleep about 4 hours. And if you're going through the same things, it's supposed to get worse. So we really have to stay active now, because what you got to realize is that as these frequencies are heightening, we're either going to be with that heightened, faster frequency, or we're going to be left behind with the lower ones. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be left behind. Do you want to be left behind? Hell no, none of us do. So let's get busy, and we have to be busy. You can't slough off. So get off the computer, get off the video games, get off the internet completely, at least most of the day. Save it for a half hour or an hour a day, and that's it. And get off the TV. I don't even know if the radio station's good to have on anymore. Silence is really good. Get outside, touch a tree a couple times a day. Take 2 showers a day. Twice a day, take 15 minutes to just anchor in your heart with the earth and your light, because your soul is the light. And it's a gold light, or a big white light, however you see it. Yours could be pink or purple, doesn't matter. And let that light blast and expand it out and expand it outward into this cosmos. I like to reach out and always go all the way out to the central sun and let that love and light come in and just wash over me and all over the earth. That's what we need right now. They need help. We need help. And we need to work together. Okay? So the cosmos are working with us. The earth is working with us. We need to work with them so that we can do this. And they're all doing it for us and for the earth. So for once, let's drop all the animosity and the need to be right. And just for once, embrace love. And if you can't even get that far, at least embrace the greater good of all. Find a way to have a code of honor that you can live by if you're mad at God, or vice versa. If you can't find a code of honor and you don't want to live by it, go back to God. But the whole point is settling and centering yourself in love through your heart. Deep breathe through your heart and let it grow and let that light flow. And if you're doing it for no other reason than to help the earth and other human beings, that's fine. It'll help you anyway. But that's the best way to help yourself is to help others. So twice a day, 15 minutes, and you can incorporate. That's what the green men wanted. They would have been happy with 5 minutes, twice a day if you could. And the cosmos is saying if you give us 15 minutes a day and really fill yourself with that light and let your light shine and glow and expand and reach out, they will reach in. And they can touch us and meet us, and that gives us extra energy to fill into the earth and ourselves and each other. So get busy with that, and remember you can use a tree to clean your aura off. Just touch it and ask it and thank it for taking your energy field and cleansing it and taking all the negativity and putting it in the earth and grounding it into something good for the earth or yourself or human, for everyone. Then remember the showers. And if you're having trouble resetting your mind or resetting anything at this time, take an ice cold shower. And I mean ice cold. I learned this through working in a walk-in cooler where it was really bitter cold. And I got so cold, my hands were numb, my legs were numb. But I was too embarrassed to go out and say, oh, I gotta warm up. I just kept on working. And I found out that after a few minutes, and I kept moving, I felt totally different. I was still like ice, but I felt good and I could work. And anyway, I'm telling you, it works because now I take ice cold showers here at home. But you got to start at the top of your head and let it come down and let yourself get really, really cold. And they do ice baths and stuff like that too. But the only problem I have with the ice bath is you can't keep your head under it long enough to get the full effect. It should be your whole body and starting at your head and going down. Okay, that's another thing to help. Cleansing your aura by the trees, and that'll help with the sleepy time. If you're starting to feel sleepy at home or wherever, get to a tree and let it have your energy and just ask it, pass it on. Transmute it to something good for the earth, and then walk. Walk in circles, walk around, walk a block, walk a half a block, whatever it takes, but walk and move around, and then keep moving around. And your homes have to be cleaned. They have to be cleaned. Deep cleaning needs to be done right now, really bad. If any of you have noticed this, this new dust that we're getting, part of this is some kind of holographic-like type material. It's some of the stuff that they blow in the skies, and they're trying to hide the Nibiru system and all that. But the point is that it's really gritty. It feels different, and so you really have to keep cleaning your house. And there's gonna be some things that come up later on that they're gonna try to scare us with, because the closer we get to ascension and all of us leaving this behind, they're fighting harder. This energy source is fighting harder to keep us here because it likes to feed off our energy and stuff. And the other thing is they've got holographic grids grids that they have used all over the earth. I watched it happen one day, and they put these grids all over the earth, and they can make pictures of anything they want. They did it for me. I mean, I had a bear running by me that was I'm doing 65 miles an hour going down the interstate at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, there's a brown bear running, and it's catching up to me, and it passed me up and then it disappeared. Then there was a moose on the right and a wolf, and then I saw this thing come down that hovered, and it turned into a bear, and I said, oh, so this is holographic material that they're using. So they let me know what they were doing, so I guess it's okay to tell you. But there's going to be a lot of things that's going to change, and they're going to use it to scare us. So you got to keep your cool, get to your home and get in your house, whatever it is. Just get in your house and just talk to God and say, you know what, I know you got this. I ain't going to worry about it, because somebody said it could be a holographic image, which 90% of the time it's going to be. So I wanted you to know about that. But get to safety. I mean, you never know. I mean, they've managed to bring people in from all over the world, and they're doing all kinds of crazy shit. So, I think they're paying people to be outright mean right now. So we did that. Let's see. Yeah, just, try to stick with your family and friends that are positive, and try to make a commitment between yourselves that you're going to stay positive, so that you can stay with the group, the consciousness, the collective. You don't want to stay behind. It's going to get really ugly. And ignore the world. Ignore the news. Ignore all of it. You're going to have to just close it off from your mind. It's real imperative now. I don't know how to tell you that. And I know that we're all empathic, and we're compassionate, and we're loving. Every morning you get up and you say a prayer for the world. Every night before you go to sleep, say a prayer for the world. And let God have it. Let God have it and say, I know you've got this. And you stay positive. And if it means you got to put your blinders on, you put your blinders on. But you say a prayer every day for God to take care of these things and know that it'll happen and that everything's happening as it should be. And you don't have to be involved with it. Play games. Remember being youthful again. Sing songs. Me and my kids used to sing all the time because my radio went out in my car one time. And my cousin, I remember her driving with us one time, and me and the kids are singing all these songs, and she's like, doesn't the radio work? And I laughed. I said, nope. So we just remember songs and we sing them whether we're good or not. So do that kind of thing. Get simple again. Get back to the simple life. Get back to simple ways of being happy and joyful. Get out in nature. I know it's cold right now in a lot of places, especially here where we're at. It's starting to get cold. But get out there anyway, because it won't hurt you. And even if it's just 5 minutes, touch a tree, tell the earth you love her, and you appreciate everything that she provides for us, because, good Lord, she provides it all. So we should appreciate it. And I learned from Sadhguru, one of the mystics, how to just stand outside twice a day if I can, at least once a day, and I bend, and close my eyes in great appreciation, and not to anything in particular, just to all things, great appreciation. And you should try that too. It makes you feel good. And if you can get up in the morning, right before the sun is up too far, I think they say it's like 30 degrees, like we all know what that is. As long as it's orange, stare at it first thing in the morning. It's called, sun, I forget what they call it. They got a particular name. Gazing, that's it. But it will help keep your inner clock balanced and healthy. And everything's about good health, eating right, getting good exercise, and being happy and joyous. And knowing that this time in history of the universe, we get to be part of something so big and so cool and God's proud of us. So we need to, get in there and do the good fight for the right reasons. And that means no fighting. It means actually hunkering down, looking at each other like brothers and sisters, and being kind and being nice and being helpful. So get it together and let's do this so that we become known as the first humans in the history of humankind to ascend to a higher dimension. Let's do this together. Let's hold hands and let's be all that we can be. Yeah. All right, let me see if there's anything else. This is a big one. Okay. Trust your intuition. If you don't know how to use your intuition, and you need to work on it and build it, I think I've got a video out on intuition, how to listen to it and how to practice with it, because your intuition's what you're going to need when the holographic crap starts, and anything else that you find questionable. And let me tell you, I'm right, because when you look at the news, and you have been watching, everything is so absurd, and that it's like a clown show on both sides, every side, and it doesn't make sense, does it? None of it makes sense. So it's obvious that our world is not what it appeared to be, and our lives here is not what it appears to be. So grab yourselves by your bootstraps and say, okay, God, here we are. Source, universe, whatever you want to call it. Let's not get picky about it. I use God, it's simple. And know that God's got your back. Let God know you're going to stand up for him. Because that's basically what this is. standing up for ourselves is standing up for God. And God's here with us. So let's go. Believe. And let's rise to a fifth dimension where we can create a world that we like, that we want. So spend a little time in those 15 minutes when you're shooting your light out and expanding it and shooting it out to the universe. Take an extra couple minutes just to imagine, what kind of world do you really want? Do you want one that everyone can protect themselves? Like, maybe our education system should have, maybe we should teach martial arts for discipline and self-protection. But it's mostly for the discipline stuff, but it does give kids the ability to protect themselves. And meditation, because that helps give us mindfulness and being in the moment and centering ourselves with Source, God. And then teach all the normal things. But those two things, if we added those to our curriculum, oh my gosh, the world would change in a generation. And it would be a good world. It would be a peaceful world. So, and I'd rather have warriors working in the garden than gardeners on the front lines, if you know what I mean. We would always be prepared for anything, but we wouldn't harp on it because we know we're prepared. And we would grow our own food, but we'd also grow food and have, I like having those little cottage industries and stuff where we make things and we like to create things. But did you know that a regular town size of, say, 17,000 people can more than adequately take care of the whole running of the town and keep it going by putting in 2 hours work a week, each person, just for the town, whether it's working on the roads, working on the sewers, working on the water, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be complicated systems. It can be simple systems. But we all have to be in agreement. But then you got, and if your town is providing some kind of big industrial something, then we should also build and encourage each other to find their own cottage industry to utilize what the town is providing, so that we are providing a means of trade or money, however we end up doing that, with other communities. Just start expanding how you think about things, because this is going to be a new world and we are going to be able to do anything we want. What kind of world do you really want to have? It's up to you. And during this next few months, because we're not sure how long this is going to take, because it's never been done before. But over time, you'll start seeing weird things. Some things disappearing, some things changing. It's all because as the earth shifts her frequency and other people are shifting their frequencies, some things are going to disappear. Some things aren't. Some things aren't coming with us. Some things are. So just get used to weirdness and listen to your intuition. Say, okay, what is that really? Don't worry about it. It's this, because your intuition, your soul will talk to you. The angels will talk to you if you feel better about talking to the angels, but your intuition is your direct link to Source, and it is your inner voice of your soul. So tune into it. And start praying. Instead of praying in fear and want and need, start praying just in gratitude. Gratitude will raise our frequency so much quicker. And now is not a time to be afraid, even though it looks the worst, and it's going to get a little worse. Now's the time to truly be grateful for everything we have, down to whatever the smallest thing is that we do have. But be grateful. Pray with gratitude and love and faith. See, we're not going to go for hope. Hope, to me, is a bad thing because it's a wish. Now we have to get to faith. True faith is believing. And believing is faith. That the universe, source, has got this. And all we have to do is back the universe up with love and light. So let's do that. Okay? Everybody with me? Good. And like I said, if you are in need of something, tell the angels. They'll see to it that you get it. And it'll come in some weird way, and that's the way they could get it to you the quickest. So I love all of you deeply. I'm so excited I can't see straight. It was hard for me to write all this down when I was channeling, and then have to set up a page for it, and then have to speak on it, because I just want to get lost in the zone and go, wow, this is going to be really cool, you know? And I want everybody to feel that excitement and that joy, and that, you get that excitement, you know, you're kind of scared, you know, but it's more excitement than it is fear. And that's a good thing. That's the way we need to be doing it. We need to change our fear into excitement of something new that's happening, something big, something so much bigger than us that we can't wrap our total mind around it. But we get to be part of it. So that's the exciting part. And we get to watch it happen. So keep your eyes open and stay alert and stay centered in your true self, your soul, your intuition, really right on it. I always practiced like this. I would say every decision I needed to make, and I did this for months till it became natural, is what do I really want to do? And I reach up off my shoulders and top of my head and about 6 inches above my head where my soul is. Well, it's my chakra for my soul. So I can touch it and bring it in so I can get the information. And, you know, we all used to the gut feeling of a danger, you know, because that's the strongest one, that, you know, because that one's kind of automatic. But everything else is a little quieter. God always talks quietly. The devil is the one that yells. So, but he's awfully nice. But anyway, we'll go into that some other time. I went down the rabbit hole, can you tell? I went so far down the rabbit hole, it's unreal. But anyway, just practice that with every decision you make every day and follow it. You'll know when you followed the right voice, the right nudge, because you'll feel really good. And you'll feel out of sorts if you went the wrong way. Okay? It's that simple. So go ahead and gauge it and start practicing and get really proficient at it, because you're going to need it in these next months to come. This next year is going to be extremely energetically and mystically different. That's the best words I can come up with. All right. Love you. Have a good one. Lori out.